What's Crack-A-Lackin? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into another episode of My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, Sleaze. Today's episode is going to be my Week 6 Top 36 running back rankings. Remember, guys, the Vikings and the Texans are on a bye, so get Jordan Mason, get Woody Marks, Nick Chubb, get them out of here. They're not playing this week. Before we dive into it, guys, make sure you tap that thumbs up, hit that subscription button, turn that bell on. I'll be live today, 6 p.m. Eastern for the first start-sit show of the week. Then I'll be live Friday, Saturday, doing some splash drafts and stuff like that on drafters.com. If you haven't signed up on drafters.com, make sure you use promo code SLEAZE. It will double your initial deposit up to $100. Shout out to the sponsor there. And then my live show will lead into Big Draft Energy's live show, and he's my partner where we cover the Guys FF Discord. That will be pinned in the comments and in the description of the video. Click the link, sign up. We cover everything fantasy football 24/7 off stream for you guys, all the help you need to help you dominate. And remember, guys, drop any questions you have in there as well. I try to answer every single one of them on the comments of the videos. And this is going to be not the statistics breakdown. So if you want the stats, go to my running back stardom sit-em. This is going to be my personality, my game takes, how I look at how these running backs are going to play this week. And it's going to be an epic one, man. Let's dive into it here. I got a couple that you're going to like and a couple you're probably going to question, but this is why we do this. Let's dive into the rankings here. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my running back board. Baller tier at the top, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. We are going to crank through the top 36 here. And I'm keeping this ledger up top above me here of all the injured running backs through the season. We're going to see how far it goes because we're only 5 weeks in, guys. And Eckler's down for the season. Aaron Jones still on IR. Looks like a week 8 return. Trey Benson looks like week 11 to 12. They said 4 to 6 weeks. We don't know how long there. Joe Mixon, we don't know. Connor's season is over. Bucky Irving looks like he's going to miss again. Chuba Hubbard looks like he's going to miss again. And Amari and Hampton is on IR. And then at the bottom down here, you have the bye running backs, Jordan Mason on a bye, and then Woody Marks and Nick Chubb as well. And God, this list of injuries is absolutely bonkers, guys. But let's dive into it here. And I'm going to look at the running backs here. And if there's 2 of them, I'll go through both of them at the same time. Number 1 is going to be Josh Jacobs and the Green Bay Packers coming off a bye. And they're going to be going up against Joe Flacco and the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line. And, man, the Micah Parsons and Gary are going to eat. I already called. I think they get 6 sacks combined. Joe Flacco is a statue in the pocket. And the Cincinnati Bengals are the worst run defense in football. How can you not expect Josh Jacobs to put up 20-plus points, 100 yards, and 2-plus touchdowns in this game? Easy smash play for me here. Number 2 is the guy that if we all went back and redrafted, Jonathan Taylor would be the number 1 pick in fantasy football. He looks absolutely electric. He looks like he's absolutely back. And now you have the Arizona Cardinals with a banged-up Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are falling. The wheels are falling off of the Cardinals. You may get Jacoby Brissett in there. This is going to be a game where JT just controls the clock here. And like I talked about in my quarterback video, that's why I'm lower on Danny Dimes this week, because I think JT is just going to feast all the way through this game against the Arizona Cardinals. Number 3, the biggest risk reward that's paying off. Christian McCaffrey is backpacking my San Francisco 49ers by his goddamn self, man. We have so many freaking injuries. I can't believe we beat the Rams last week. Brock Purdy out. Juan Jennings out. Ayuk on IR. Kittle coming off IR next week, hopefully. Juan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. I mean, it is just nonstop. Brock Purdy down as well. Looks like Mac Jones is going to be out there again. But it doesn't matter. Christian McCaffrey's putting up better numbers than some of the elite receivers in the receiving game. The rushing game has been a little different because the weapons can't stack the box. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. But Shanahan deserves Coach of the Year. He's drawing up absolutely just blueprints of a schematic offensive scheme that is absolutely ridiculous. And Christian McCaffrey is always going to be a top 5 running back when he's healthy for me. Number 4 is Bijan Robinson. He's going to be back coming off the bye. You're going to get the Buffalo Bills Monday Night Football. And the Falcons have got to start to realize now. I know Tyler Algier, he's been a here and there running back. I could have put him around 34, 35 range. He gets a couple carries here and there. But the Falcons have got to start to realize that this is their superstar player. This split, this got to stop. This guy's not like 28, 29 years old where you need to rest and take the wheels off. The Falcons want to make the playoffs. They want to catch the Bucs. They need to feed their beast in Bijan Robinson. Going to be a tougher matchup versus the Bills' run D. That's one of their weaknesses, though, is against the run, but they're like middle of the pack, so it's not bad, and they're getting healthy. So, yeah, I'm never sitting Bijan. It is a tougher matchup, but the Falcons got to start utilizing this guy. Number 5, I think the big game is here. We haven't had the Saquon Barkley blow-up game, but what better time than a revenge game against the Giants tonight on Thursday Night Football? And the Giants are rolling out there with no Neighbors, no Slayton. They're rolling Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, and Theo Johnson, and Jackson Dart is in for a nightmare against this Philly defense. And you know Saquon Barkley's going to find the end zone twice somehow in a revenge game. Number 6, the shootout game of the week is Jahmyr Gibbs. So I have David Montgomery at 20. You got the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the highest over-under. I believe it even went up to 52.5 today. And the Kansas City Chiefs defense of old, their strength was stopping the run. And you got Big Jones out there, but their strength has not been stopping the run this year. And the Lions are going to pound this run game down their throat. I have David Montgomery for a touchdown, and Jahmyr Gibbs scores every single week, regardless through the air, on the ground. I've been saying this for like almost 2 years now. I want to see just Jahmyr Gibbs by himself, but I don't think we're going to get that anytime soon. I mean, this guy would break fantasy football. But I have Jahmyr Gibbs at 6 and David Montgomery at 20. Number 7, and I thought about putting him in the Bijan spot at 4, Kyren Williams. You got Blake Corum fumbling the job away to be the backup. There's a lot of talk of Jarquez Hunter's going to get a couple more opportunities here, but none of that matters. It is always the Kyren Williams show. You get the Baltimore Ravens. It's the second worst run defense to the Cincinnati Bengals. They get absolutely gashed. They have Cooper Rush at quarterback or Tyler Huntley this week. I don't think Lamar is going to gut it out with the Ravens having to bye next week. And it looks like there could be bad weather, which leads to more run game. Kyren Williams is going to absolutely feast this week against the Baltimore Ravens. Number 8, my running back one on the season, James Cook, had a tough go last week versus the Patriots. They bottled him up for like 4.9 points, which is absolutely bonkers. That's not going to happen again against the Falcons, even though they're coming off a bye. They're going to get their guy more involved. They're pissed off about a loss. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are going to come out and beat the brakes off the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football in Georgia. I'm telling you right now. Here we go, baby. Here we go. The season of Bill. Dollar bills, y'all. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt finally broke out from the freaking retarded, split timeshare they had going on with Chris Rodriguez and Jeremy McNichols. 2 touchdowns last week at the Chicago Bears. This is a top 4 bad, worst run D, high implied point total game on Monday Night Football. The battle of Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, the 2024 rookie battle of who's the best quarterback. And Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt is going to absolutely feast this week, and he's going to be on my smash starts later. Number 10. I couldn't have been more wrong. It's you got to take the wins with the losses. I was completely out on Javonte Williams, and this guy is RB3. He is destroying fantasy football. It is a tough matchup versus the Carolina Panthers, but I don't really believe that their run D is the statistical run D. I wasn't going to drop stats in this. I was trying to do more a cappella on my own. But let's pull it up. They're middle of the pack 15th. And I expect this to be a shootout game because the Dallas defense can't stop anything, and the Panthers are getting healthy. So they do have, Jalen Coker coming back. Xavier Leggett came back last week. Tet McMillan, Jatavion Sanders, the tight end out of Texas, is coming back that I liked as a rookie. And the Dallas defense can't stop anything. And Javonte Williams just keeps finding the goddamn end zone. This guy, I can't believe he's in my top 10, but here we are. Number 11, Devon Achane, the Miami Dolphins. They are in shambles, man. He's still, going to be a top 15 up there running back for me. You got a tough matchup versus the Chargers. It's not going to be a lot on the ground game, especially if Khalil Mack is back out there. But he gets it done through the air every single time, and he'll find the end zone once a game. It's just the Dolphins, man. I'm just very worried about the Dolphins franchise. I think they're about to implode. Number 12, Ashton Genty. And god damn, man, Geno Smith is so bad. It looks like one of the worst contracts, man. They gave him like $65 million guaranteed. I think it was like 110 over 3 years. I don't remember exactly what it was. Could be wrong. And they gave him incentives, and those incentives aren't happening anytime soon. Like, they're already talking about benching this guy. If they want to win this game against Tennessee Titans, they're going to have to pound the rock to Ashton Genty. The Titans are weak versus the run. This is how they're going to keep Geno as a starting quarterback if they want to, and they don't want to see Aiden O'Connell come in off IR, who I believe he's back like week 7 or 8. So I still have Genty in my tier 1 at number 12. Number 13, Mr. Juddykins. Quinn Sean Judkins is an absolute monster. Doesn't matter that the offense is terrible. The defense still helps keep them in the game. This guy is a full bell cow, 20-plus touch running back a game. Looks like no one can tackle him. Looks unbelievable. Looks like the best rookie in the class. And, man, if you drafted him late, you got the steal of the draft. Number 14, Rico Dowdle. So I am banking. Look up here. So I'm banking on Chuba Hubbard. Obviously, if Chuba Hubbard is out there, I put Chuba Hubbard right where Rico Dowdle is, right at 14. This matchup is versus the Dallas Cowboys. This defense is absolutely terrible since Micah Parsons has been gone. They can't stop a damn thing. And Rico Dowdle was my smash play last week versus Miami, and he looked absolutely great, and he will get 20-plus again, and it's a revenge game. You got to like that the Dallas let him go, and he's playing great. Number 15, another guy like Javonte Williams. I didn't believe it. I still don't believe it, but I'm going to rank him 15th. I'm always scared about the J.K. Dobbins injury because his injury history is a longer list than God knows who or how long it goes. It's ridiculous. But they get the Jets. The Jets are a top 10 bottom run D. This game could be a game script where the Broncos absolutely control the clock, absolutely dominate the New York Jets. The Jets offense has been thriving in garbage time, which is kind of what I said all year long with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. Not a good matchup here for Garrett Wilson against Surtain. Not a good matchup across the board for the Jets. Mason Taylor has a tough matchup. The Broncos should absolutely roll them over, and J.K. Dobbins is probably going to find the end zone 1 or 2 times in this game. Number 16, Travis Etienne had a bad game versus, not a bad game, but a decent game versus the Chiefs last week on Monday Night Football, or this week on Monday Night Football. But you get a great matchup here. The Seattle Seahawks are a good defense. They're a good pass defense. They're not a good run defense. And Liam Cohen has been scheming up great plays for ETN, and he's had a lot of breakaway runs, and I expect a breakaway run to happen here in this game. And I really like ETN versus Seattle Seahawks. I have him at number 16. Number 17, we talked about the Jets. Breece Hall. This is a tough matchup. Who knows if Breece Hall is going to be a trade candidate. We've got Alvin Kamara, trade candidate talk going as well. It is not pretty by any single means for the Jets offense. You know, he fumbled last week, still had 100-plus yards, but you get the Denver Broncos. This could be a tough matchup. He's more of an RB2 for me this week at number 17. Number 18, and this is the last time he's going to be down here, right? So Derrick Henry. They're going to have a bye after this. They're probably going to be 1-5. You're probably going to roll out Cooper Rush or Tyler Huntley. The Rams are probably going to rock him out the building. And Derrick Henry's probably going to be a start that you wish you didn't make this week, and he has to fall into the end zone to save his day. We all know this. But it's like after this week and they go on that bye, you go for the bye now on Derrick Henry because Lamar Jackson's going to come back pissed off after the week 7 bye. The Ravens are going to make a run. And Derrick Henry is not done. Do not give up on the king yet. But I have him at 18 this week just because it's a brutal matchup and the quarterback play is terrible. Number 19, Rachaad White looked absolutely great. This one, again, is hinging on Bucky Irving right here. We don't have the official update that he's going to be in or going to be out. But it looks like he's going to be out. I mean, he was in a walking boot. They usually don't come back in 2 weeks. You're going to get the 49ers in this matchup. And Rachaad White, as long as he's the full bell cow backup running back, he's probably going to see 20 touches and be an RB2 play. Even though the 49ers with Robert Saleh have been a great defense with the young talent that we have out there. And Baker Mayfield can just absolutely light it up regardless. So Rachaad White's still going to make RB2 territory for me at number 19. Number 21, DeAndre Swift. This is the matchup I've been talking about every single video. I cannot wait for this matchup. The freaking Commanders versus the Bears. Monday Night Football. Last game of the week. 50.5 over under, man. DeAndre Swift, the only thing that you have to worry about with him is the red zone touches. Like Will Manunjai, he's been sprinkling in. He'll probably be the goal line back. So if DeAndre Swift doesn't pop a big one or doesn't have at least 15 fantasy points to the air and on the ground, he's got to break one to score a touchdown. That's like always the problem with Swift. He never gets that goal line touchdown. So I have him at 21 as a low-end RB2 flex play this week. 23 and 24. I told you guys all year long, Zach Charbonnet is going to be the red zone back. Zach Charbonnet is going to get all the touchdowns, kind of like a DeAndre Swift situation, except he's a way better goal line back than Manunjai, and that's what's happening. Kenneth Walker is getting the outside stuff, getting the receiving work, and they take him down, and Charbonnet runs it in. So these two running backs, this is why I didn't draft it, or I drafted Charbonnet more at value than I drafted Kenneth Walker, just because you're going to get the 6 points for a touchdown. The matchup they're going to have this week is going to be a tough sledding matchup. The Jacksonville Jaguars run D has been great. I mean, I wouldn't say great. They're missing their stud Allen on the edge, but I think it's going to be more of a passing game from Seattle here against Jacksonville. This is going to be a running game. But when they get down to the red zone, you know it's going to be Charbonnet. So I have them at 22 and 23. Tough start for both of them either way. Very touchdown dependent. And it's just how it's going to be till an injury happens, man. We need like one of these guys to go down so we can break one of them up the rankings. Number 24, Cam Scatterbo against the Philadelphia Eagles. And you do have Tyrone Tracy back in this game, so who knows how the split is going to look. But the Eagles have actually been bad versus the run this year. So, I mean, and bad through the air versus the running back as well. I think they've given up like 200 pass yards through the air, if I remember that from my start 'em sit-in video. But it's no weapons. They have nothing. No Neighbors, no Slayton. Like, yes, Scatterbo still could probably get 8 to 10 points in the game with touchdown upside. It's just going to be rough. Jackson Dart's kind of thrown to the wolves now with no weapons out there at wide receiver, and I just feel bad for him, man. Number 25, and this is the first time he's cracking in here at number 36. So 25 is Tony Pollard. 36 is Tyjae Spears, who they just said this week is going to be more involved. He was coming off the high ankle sprain earlier this season, activated off IR last week. Didn't get that involved, in the first game back, which is normal for an injury. But the Titans, man, they got their win. They get the Raiders. Could Tony Pollard fall in the end zone? For sure. Depends on what Geno Smith you're going to get. It's flex appeal play only for Tony Pollard for me. That's why he's in tier 4. And I don't know if Tyjae Spears is going to cut in like a 60-40 split here. So that's why I was trying to say sell Tony Pollard before Tyjae Spears gets back. But I got him at 25 this week. Number 26, I tried to tell you guys it wasn't DeMercado, man. DeMercado had 3 carries. Yeah, he popped the big one, and he dropped it before the end zone, which, like Adonai Mitchell, we're having it already happen twice this season. But Michael Carter had 23 touches, guys. The matchup is not great versus Indianapolis Colts defense by any means. I don't like it at all, but there's volume is king. If you need a flex play, I got Michael Carter at 26. Anybody that's getting 20-plus touches is definitely good enough for a flex start weekly with touchdown upside. So I don't love it, but if you need to throw him out there, I'm not against it. Number 27, Jaylen Warren, man, you're playing the Cleveland Browns run D. And Jaylen Warren coming off injury. He obviously had the bye, too, as well to help him get healthier to come into the game. But the Cleveland Browns run D is number 1 in yards, number 1 in yards per carry against them. Myles Garrett's a monster. Aaron Rodgers is in for trouble with that defensive line. If Warren gets it done anyway in this game, it's through the air, which could get done. He could get 8 to 10 points that way. But I just don't trust any running back versus the Cleveland Browns defense. Man, number 28, and it's almost like time to sit out Alvin Kamara. And number 35 is Kendre Miller. And there's a lot of trade talk going on right now. Chiefs are after Alvin Kamara, and last week they won the game, and Kendre Miller outsnapped him. So they might be trying to keep him healthy for trade purpose reasons. So like if we don't get a trade before this week or, before the kickoff happens, it's a very, very sketchy start with Alvin Kamara versus the Patriots. And their run D actually was very good versus James Cook last week. I mean, he had 4 points. So I'm not starting Alvin Kamara with any confidence this week at all. And Kendre Miller, man, you should be picking this guy up everywhere if he's on your waiver wire. Number 29. The biggest bust of the running back class that's not injured is Chase Brown. And I don't think Joe Flacco is going to help by any means. Their offensive line is so bad. He can't even find any room to run. The passing game is not there for him. I mean, if anything in this game, maybe he gets it done through the air because the Packers' pass rush is going to be so hectic versus that offensive line that it's quick dumps by Flacco. And we know Flacco's not getting out of the pocket at 41 years old. The guy is slow as molasses. So Chase Brown, man, I feel so bad for him. It's very, very rough. And I got him at 29, and I don't really like the start. Number 30, with the Omarion Hampton injury that's going on right here at the top. He's on IR. Looks like 4 weeks for him. And we don't know if it's going to be Kamani Vidal or Haskins, but I'm putting Haskins up here because I do think he's going to get the goal line work over smaller Kamani Vidal. He's kind of like a DeAndre Swift and have to break one to score. So the matchup's great. You have the Miami Dolphins here. Their run D is very bad. Like dart throw, flex play, Hassan Haskins, if you need it. Could he fall in the end zone? Sure. Now, this is just driving me nuts. Number 31 and 32. And I know that Ramondre Stevenson scored twice last week. And I know you get the Saints, and it's a great matchup. When are they going to unleash Travion Henderson? Like, this is terrible. Ramondre Stevenson's fumbled 3 times in a row. Three times in 2 games. I don't know what Vrabel needs to see here to understand that this is a problem. And Travion Henderson, like, his career in Ohio State, he never fumbled once. Like, this guy is a superstar running back. Let this guy loose. If you have both of them, dart, throw, flex play at best. I don't trust the split. It was like 9 to 7 carries last week. That's not a lot of volume, even though Ramondre got the scores. It's just, let me coach the Patriots, man. Number 33, Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt gets both touchdowns last week versus the Jags in the red zone. The Chiefs' run game, this is why they're looking for Alvin Kamara in a trade, is absolutely terrible. Brashard Smith, Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco, not for me. Number 34, or number 33. And number 34, RJ Harvey. I think you're going to get to see more RJ Harvey in this game because I think the Broncos are going to beat the brakes off the Jets. So I think he's going to have dart, throw, flex appeal at best. It is J.K. Dobbins' job, though, and we talked about the Broncos already. And then number 35, Kendre Miller. If he's on your waiver wire, go get him now. And 36 is Tyjae Spears. Thanks for rocking with me. That is the end of the episode. That is my top 36 running back ranking tiers to help you guys dominate week 6. Before we head out, guys, make sure you tap that like and subscribe again. Turn that bell on. I'll be live tonight. I'll be live all weekend long. I'll be live Sunday and Monday, recapping everything on Monday. Sunday, we'll have another start-sit show before the main slate kickoff. If you guys haven't checked out the Guys FF Discord, make sure you do. Pinned in the comments and in the description of the video. And again, shout out to the sponsor, drafters.com. If you haven't signed up using promo code SLEAZE, it will double your initial deposit up to $100. So my QB rankings and defense and kickers are out. My next video will be wide receiver and tight ends, and I'm trying to get them all out to you before we're live tonight. It was a slow start this week, but I'm grinding. I got all the rankings done. Just need to get the videos out. Thank you guys for listening, man. I hope it helped you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sleaze Bomb out.